wants it. Get it. Go on. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Go on. Good boy. Bring it. Come on. Let's go. Woohoo! Good boy. He doesn't know where he's going with it. Come on. Come on. That's a big stick. That's a big stick. So good morning. Good morning, good morning. See the doctor over my shoulder and the castle, fortress, not too sure, turret. I'll show you some footage in a moment because we walked around it yesterday. We stayed here last night. Not in this car park actually, although it's completely empty and peaceful. We were literally off grid last night. And if ever I needed a drone, it was yesterday because, or sorry, last night, today, now, because I can't do this location justice with just a GoPro. You need to be up in the air. We are, so I'm keeping an eye on Koa as always. He's on the lead though, but just watching what he's up to. We are in a ghost town, literally, an abandoned town called Granadilla in Extremadura. 24th of June 1955, underneath the Franco regime, the residents were ordered to leave because they were building a reservoir. And obviously there is now a reservoir, but of course the village still exists, and again, footage incoming. They are restoring it, but some of it is open to be able to walk around, which obviously is the upcoming footage, but some of it is still completely closed off, and you can see down some of the tracks, you know, where they're doing work on the old buildings. But I mean, the fortress, turret, castle, whatever it is, as you can see over my shoulder there, is spectacular. I was allowed to go inside. It's completely free. You can walk around. Koa even came with me. And yeah, we woke up, well, when we arrived last night, as soon as we parked, we had deer at the back of the van. We woke up this morning, Koa was going crazy, and I knew what it was. Looked out the window, and in the mist you could see deer, their heads bobbing up and down. I tried to get some footage, but I don't think it would have come out because it was too misty, foggy, hazy. But to the naked eye, we could just about see them. And yeah, we're up super early. It's only like 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. Dawn has just broken, and we're going to move on, probably to Plasencia today. Not 100% sure. On the way here yesterday, we did also stop in Hervas. And again, it was just a drive-by, a flying visit. We just had a quick walk around the Jewish quarter. So yeah, that's us. What else have I got to tell you? Probably the worst night for mosquitoes last night, which really surprised me, bearing in mind we're now in the middle of November. But I guess being by a reservoir, a swamp type location, it attracts them with all the moisture. Anyway, I'm out walking Koa. It's beautiful. We're literally the only ones here. So I'll finish this. We're going to move on, and you'll see us when we get to wherever we get to next. And wherever it is, I need to have a shave. I know. I've been meaning to do it for the last 2-3 days, and I just haven't got round to it for various reasons. But yes, I need to have a shave. Okay, over and out. I just had a thought. I don't know why, but anyway, I thought I'd share it. Why is it I'm in the middle of nowhere? There's no one around. But it's so peaceful, I automatically lower my voice when I'm speaking. I mean, I could be screaming and no one would hear me. Anyway, just thought I'd share that thought. Remember when we was in the Picos, I kept banging on about the weather and how, you know, it was such a shame. It wasn't what we expected, but it was what it was, and kind of like, you know, we knew we were taking that risk. Anyway, I think now all you're going to keep me back here, all you're going to hear me banging on about, God, I can't talk. So I think now, until whenever, we've got the good weather, but what haven't we got? A drone. So you're going to keep hearing me say, oh, I wish I had a drone. Oh, I wish I had a drone. Drone? Just look at this park up. I mean, we're in a little valley. The sun is coming down. We're underneath the ruins of the castle of the village of Mirabel. We're just outside, obviously, Mirabel. The doctor, you know, the side of a wall overlooking the valley. Stunning. And the one thing that is missing is the drone to really give you a perspective of where we are and what an amazing place this is. Anyway, we're gonna have a walk up to the castle. Sun is setting, so obviously it's a little bit cooler now because, again, banging on about the weather, it was too hot earlier. We didn't want to go for a walk. First it was raining, now it's too sunny. No, I'm joking, it's never too sunny. It was too hot for Koa, that's my excuse. Right, anyway, I'll shut up. Let's go for a walk up to Mirabel Castle without a drone, which is a catastrophe. Bloody hell. Hello, hola, welcome back. We were 5 kilometers outside Caceres city. Obviously we're still in western Spain, which obviously we're going to head into, so stay tuned for that. But obviously at the moment we're just out having a little bit of a hike in the hills, the countryside of the Extremadura region, which is where Caceres is based. It is a city, and you know, be it a village, a town, a city, you know, we've been to a few now, and I am noticing a lot of similarities when we go to visit these places, but there's always 1 or 2 pieces of architecture, or you know, points of interest or structures or whatever it might be, that kind of like make each one unique and stand out and a little bit individual. So Caceres, as an example, apparently founded by the ancient Romans. Again, it has fortification, 12th century Moorish walls, which sounds good to me. Fortified houses, fortified castles. So, you know, it sounds like it's going to be a really pretty little city. So really excited to go and see that. That'll probably be tomorrow, actually. And I tell you why, because the little park up we're on, we are on an official campsite. And you can tell that because, look, I have shaved. I even had to put sun cream on today because it is beautiful. There's a car coming, hold on. Okay, it didn't come down to us, but typical. We're in the, again, middle of nowhere. Yes, we're walking down a little cobbled track, so obviously cars must use it. There are houses in the hills around here, but you know, the one time that we're chatting and a car decides to come along. But anyway, where was I? Caceres. Oh no, the park up. Yes, the park up. Yes, I've shaved. Look, and I have got a blue T-shirt on. Don't think that this is just, you know, pure background. We're on a park up. And I found it, there's a bloody dog now yapping in the background. Can you hear that? I'll come back soon. So, as I was saying, and well, one thing I will say is, one thing I'm very proud of Koa, is he's not a noisy dog. He doesn't bark just for the sake of barking. He's not just yapping all the time. You know, he will bark if something stimulates him, but he's not a noisy dog, and I do appreciate that. I can tell you when sometimes you're surrounded, especially in some of these towns and cities we've been to, and I think I said this when we first started this journey, you know, there's a lot of small dogs that are just constantly yapping. Nothing against the dogs, but oh God, it would drive me crazy. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying about, besides we'd got to the park up, I'd had a shave, as you can see. So yes, okay, so the park up, I found it on Park for Night, and it sounded really cool because each pitch, every single individual pitch within the campsite, it is a campsite, has its own independent private wet room, which is lovely. Well, that's the thing that appealed to me, and it's absolutely lovely. So I have a toilet, have a sink, hot and cold running water, have a shower in what is, okay, Koa again. In what, he may not be yappy, but he's very inquisitive. What's he doing? What's he doing? Sorry, digressing. Whenever we park up, I always check the area, you know, there's not going to be anything that could harm him. And yet he always finds stuff. You know, we can be on the greenest piece of grass. Next thing, he's got a plastic bottle in his mouth, or he's got a cigarette packet in his mouth. I'm like, where did you find that? Because a lot of the time he's not just roaming free. You know, he's either on a free meter or a 10-meter lead. So he has a little bit of freedom, subject to where we are and how far he can roam. So I always kind of like do a circumference to make sure that in general there's nothing that could harm him. But anyway, he always finds something. Digressing. You a good boy? Most of the time. So yes, own little wet rooms in the pitch, which is lovely. I'll put a quick bit of footage up, and this could be, no promises, but it could be a good place to finally do like a van tour. Also because I'm here for 4 nights. I know that sounds a lot, and I would not normally do that, but I went on their website after finding it on Park for Night, and they do an offer, stay for 4 nights, pay for 3. So we've taken advantage of that. But as you know, and I'm not going to bang on about it, but I crashed my drone, didn't I? And I was umming and ahhing. Will I get another one? Won't I get another one? I can't afford it. And obviously this channel is not the type of channel where you are throwing lots of freebies from the likes of DJI or any other drone company out there. But already we've been to a couple of places, and I know I've said this, you know, when we was underneath the castle at Mirabel, without the drone, you really don't get the same feeling and the same vision as I don't think, as what I'm getting. You know, the GoPro is great, but it doesn't give you that, you know, bird's eye perspective. So basically I've bought a drone for you lot. I don't want it at all. No, I do, of course I do. I really enjoy flying the drones when I don't crash them. So I'm waffling, but the reason we're staying so long on this campsite is because I rang ahead and they were happy for me to get an Amazon delivery sent to them, because I can't use the Amazon lockers and collection points and all that, apparently, because obviously there's lithium-ion batteries inside with the drone, so it has to go to a physical address. So that's all good. It should be here on Tuesday, which is my birthday. Didn't plan that at all. And I've gone for, I know I asked you guys for suggestions, but I'm impatient. I wanted a drone. I've gone for the DJI Mini 4 Pro Fly More combo. So obviously the drone that I've just crashed, the one I've had for 5 years, was a Mavic Pro Platinum, which I believe at the time was kind of like the best drone without going to crazy professional drones, you know, for recreational kind of footage capture. And I kind of like feel that's where I've gone again. I mean, yes, there are the DJI Air and the DJI Mavics still, which are bigger drones, which is what I've had. And I know battery technology has moved on, but with the Mavic, because it's quite big and bulky and heavy, the flight time wasn't great. So the Mini 4 Pro, which is, you know, their newest small recreational drone, but it's the top of the range in that particular category of the minis. It's less, I think it's only 249 grams, so it's super light. It's much smaller. The Fly More combo, so 3 batteries, and each battery will give me almost double the flight time that I had from one battery with the Mavic Pro Platinum. It's still got 4K footage. It's apparently even better to fly in windy conditions, which we've been to a lot of places where I've wanted to get a drone out and been a bit, you know, oh, better not do it. So maybe with the Mini 4 Pro I'll be able to get it out a little bit more often. And it still has all the intelligent flight features. You know, some of the lower ones didn't, and I was like, well, they are considerably cheaper, but for some of the footage that I want to get, you know, with the active track and the follow me, I really wanted to have those features again, because the Mavic had it, and they're really, really cool. So that's it. So thank you if you have put a comment regarding drones and potential options, but I have already purchased one, and hopefully, like I say, it should be here on Tuesday, my birthday, and we will see. And also, because it's here Tuesday, I'm not leaving till Thursday. There's some great areas around here that I can use to practice before obviously we head off and get some official footage. So that's that. We're going to continue our walk, then we're going to head into Caceres. Probably not today, it'll probably be tomorrow, but I'll link all of this together, and then maybe next time we speak it may be the unboxing of my new drone, which is very exciting. So we're going to push on, carry on our little walk, visit the city. And also, sorry, just before we do go, obviously using these 4 days to catch up on a lot of stuff in terms of editing, work, cleaning the van. It's always easier when you're on an official pitch than in the middle of nowhere. We've got our own electric supply, our own water supply, etc, etc. So yeah, right, I'll shut up, we're going walking, and enjoy the footage coming up of Caceres, and we'll catch you when I think the new drone should be in our possession. So we've finally made it into the historical centre of Caceres, but there's a lot going on. I'm in the main square, so you know what's coming, the circle of the square, but they're obviously putting up and setting up Christmas decorations. It looks like you maybe can see it behind me, a Christmas market. So yeah, you don't really get the full effect because there's too much, not building work, but organising and preparing and planning and setting up happening around us. But let me show you the square that we are in. Here's the circle of the square. Ta-da! And we'll have a wander around the historical centre, some of the little medieval streets. But it's the first time I've said this, I'm just not getting a vibe. I don't know why, so I don't think we're going to spend too long in this little city. and we will move on. We do need to stop at Lidl because the doctor is empty. If you saw my fridge in the van tour, you will understand that. There's a couple other places like 40 minutes down the road and another one 40 minutes down the road that I'm considering visiting. So watch this space. Let's have a quick walk and then yeah, we'll just see where the day takes us. But it will definitely be taking us to Lidl. I have to say, I was getting a bit worried. I was getting a bit disconnected with Caceres. And then we found this. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.